So, finally, here is the finished article. Born Again Guitars, #1. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the instrument. Okay, so where's it all coming from? It didn't come like that. Okay, this is a neck from the British guy's English Guitar Anatomy. They say either American or Japanese made. Anyway, it's a maple neck with a rosewood board. Since rosewood is getting hard to find on anything less than £1,000 from Fender, I decided to get this, and I'm pleased with it. I felt the frets were over beveled a bit, too big an angle, but not terribly terrible. Top end I've rounded them off a bit uniformly on the top side, at the top string, and that's worked out fine. There's quite a lot of playing estate. I don't fret out. Goes well. Okay. On the back here are fender lockings. Okay, with the logo. There's a little bit of writing here, but you can't see that very well. There's the skunk stripe. Really nice. Quite a lot of grain in the wood, and it does seem very stable, I have to say, so far. But you know, I haven't been to Sumatra or Alaska yet. The bridge base plate is original to the body, which is from a Silver Series Squire Strat from 91 or 92, I think 92, so made in Fujigem. Okay, superior to all other Squire, I am told, and I'm absolutely sure the neck that was on this guitar originally was 21 frets board. Anyway, bad things happened to that 25 odd years ago, so the body lay in stasis. Everything else here is new. Oh, probably the jack plate is original, not the jack output. The electronics are by Richard at Home of Tone, and it's all solderless. Very nice CTS pots. Pickups are Vintera 50s. I don't know if they're modified or not modified, I don't know about that, but they're Vintera 50s. You see they've got the staggered poles and a very low B pole, which is interesting. Sounding good though. You know, well, the big guard I don't know is Fender anyway, but and knobs too, and so yeah, the wiring is standard. Yep, and the picks are fairly standard too, and that's the way it's going to stay. That's what a Strat is. That's what I like. Now the bridge has had some things going on. Okay, the original saddles, the holes here where the thingies go through, very worn, and they weren't sitting well. They weren't sitting steady. So these are Clouson replacements. Okay, bent steels. They're 10.8 width, making this a 54 width, which is, I don't know if that's the same as Mexican Strats now. It's in between the modern narrow and the old vintage. Modern narrow is 52.5, the old vintage is 56. Anyway, I like it, and that's a Clouson brass block which fits perfectly to this base plate. Yeah, and that I've been very pleased with, because they do good things. They make things that fit vintage that aren't necessarily vintage spacing. Yeah, so whereas the screws on here I think are spaced at 56, the string spacing is 54. Works nicely, as you can see. Yeah, that's very uniform, and you know, it's not like riding in from the pole piece there like on a new Strat where they're 52.5 or something like that, which I hate really. So good, it's just the right distance for me anyway. Yeah, the neck I've only used the true oil on the back, and that's been my. Oh look, you can see that now. I just written Fender. No, not Fender. Fujijin, Japan, 1992, rebuilt 2021. So it is a Squire Silver Series, but then it's my work, and I've matched the parts nicely. The neck pocket was really wide, and I've looked at a lot of necks, and I feel it would have been wide on anything. So that's had a little bit of work there to bring that in. A very thin strip of pine wood, blackened on the edge and glued in there. It's snug. Yeah, everything else is as it is. You can see the action's super nice. It's very solid, very solid. Fairly well balanced. I think the neck is of a heavier variety than the body, slightly. You know, this is Squire Japan older, probably not the heaviest material, but then that's helping me a lot, to be honest. I haven't opened the back, but I don't know, there's 3 springs in there. What more does one need to know? And yeah, so that is Born Again #1. Okay, Haringey, London. Born Again #1. Okay, there is a #2, which is essentially a PV Predator, which is another guitar from exactly the same year, 92, since I checked it out. And it has a flipping good neck, very strong maple neck and jolly nice, and I thought was worth rescuing. So next time.